Hey everybody, it's Audrey again, and today I have another video for my guest design team gig at Cocoa Daisy. And this video is the second process video I'm showing, but I actually started this page first. So this is the kit upon arrival, and I'm just going to kind of go through really quick and show you what comes in the kit. All kinds of little goodies, a couple different alphas, and that die cut pack from Simple Stories. I just love this collection by Simple Stories. It's great for every day. And yes, that I Love Naps square might be one of my favorite things because I do love my naps. And this is the Day in the Life kit, which is kind of more like geared toward a Project Life or pocket page scrapping like that. But I actually use a lot of these things right on my scrapbook layout. So you'll see me kind of just use these things right along with my layout today. So I also come with a kit is this printable. So I printed it out on a 12 by 12 piece of white smooth cardstock, which I have a 12 by 12 format printer, and then I did it through Silhouette Studio and was able to put cut lines right around them and cut them out, so it's like a whole nother complete die cut pack. So I love working with that. So I was very inspired by this triangle pattern paper, which is an exclusive paper made for Cocoa Daisy for this kit, or by Cocoa Daisy, I should say. And I really decided I really wanted to use these triangles and tried to come up with a unique way to use these triangles. Now, those photos you'll recognize are the photos that I actually used on my previous process video. So as you can guess, I don't actually end up using those photos, but I really wanted to use these triangles. So I cut these all out, and I'm going to show you a couple different arrangements. Here's my original idea, to kind of have a starburst. So then I just kind of put them together in another format, and then here I was trying to think of like maybe a curved banner, and then maybe kind of like a border, which they kind of look like icicles to me. I didn't like that. Then I thought maybe a couple different clusters. So I played around with this arrangement for a long time and finally decided on this kind of rainbow orientation. Again, this took me, the reason that I stopped and showed my other process video first for this kit was that I actually put this aside and took the pictures and made my last scrapbooking, number 83, made that scrapbook process video first, and then came back to these triangles because they were just bugging me so much I didn't know how to use them. So I arranged them in kind of Roy G. Biv order, and then I thought, you know what, I really wanted to focus on using this die cut pack and make a page about kind of chores around the house and what I kind of do during the week. And okay, so I don't do that many chores during the week, but the chores that I do regularly, which is not that frequently, but you know. Anyway, so I just printed out 4 little small squares of photos, black and white, and I decided to go with black and white because I thought there was so much rainbow already. And I put one, they're about 2 by 2, and I put one kind of in each corner of the page. And you'll notice I have the points of the triangles kind of pointing to each of the photos. So there's a tip of each of the triangle kind of overlapping a photo. And I'm just picking out a couple of the die cuts and using some bits from that pattern paper to kind of try to go along with the theme of each picture. Now, they're not exactly, like the die cuts I use are not exactly the chore that I'm doing in the pictures. Like the vacuum cleaner is actually me washing windows, but anyway, you get the idea. It's about chores. You'll also notice that I took a whole bunch of the kind of speech bubble die cuts and put them down the center of my triangles there, kind of going along with the same colors. So I have a lot of the, you know, again, keeping with the Roy G. Biv, and I thought these arrows are going to match perfectly. Those are from Pretty Little Studio, and I don't put those on quite yet, but I am going to come back and add those on a little bit. So I decided just to go ahead and glue down my triangles because I knew I was going to use this design after hours of fiddling around with it and leaving it for a while. So I'm just going with my liquid glue here and just putting a little dab underneath each one because I am going to stitch over them, and I know that that will help hold them in place. So I only need a tiny bit of glue, and we'll glue those all down. And then I felt that I just needed a little something else to kind of help bring this design all together, to help ground my photos more with the triangles. So I broke out one of these stamp sets, and in one of the stamp sets is this kind of scribbly circle, which I absolutely love, love, love this stamp. And my stamp pad, I stamp very rarely, so my black stamp pad is very dull here in color, but it works. The first one was kind of really light, but I worked with it. Anyway, so I'm just going to stamp some circles. I placed 4 kind of strategically there underneath each photo to kind of have the photo overlapping each of the scribble circles. Now I'm going to go through with some splatters, and I first was just going to do teal all over the page, and then I thought, you know what, I have enough spray mists that I'm pretty sure I have a mist to match each color here. So I kind of am going again with the Roy G. Biv theme and sprinkling mists of each color. And I think all of these are color shine, Heidi Swept color shines. So I have the navy, the teal, the citron, the mustard, the coral, and the pink. And those are the colors I use. And I love how that looks. I love the different splatters kind of in that rainbow order down the page. Next, I just stitched those triangles all down with a couple zigzag stitches and some straight line stitches. It looks a little crooked now that I'm looking at it here, but I don't think you can tell in the finished page once I put all the little embellishments over. And I'm going to glue those photos down, and again you can see I have like a little tip of each triangle kind of overlapping the photo, kind of pointing to it. And I'm just going to start layering all my little bits back on and pop them off the page with some 3D foam adhesives. So I thought it would be fun to do a page about, just because this die cut pack has so many of these, you know, everyday life kind of things in it. I thought it would be fun to do a page about chores around the house. And there are some chores that I absolutely hate doing. I hate doing dishes and I hate doing laundry. And those are, I think it's because I do those things like every single day, and there's just never any end to doing laundry and dishes, and I just hate it so much. Some of the things I don't mind doing, I actually like to mop. I don't like to vacuum, but I like to mop, and maybe it's because, and I think I wrote this in my journaling, because just the smell of a room that's just been mopped is just like, oh, it's clean, and I can actually walk around on my floor in my socks without them getting filthy. And I actually like to wash windows, which I don't do that often either. But now that it's springtime, our windows are filthy from the winter, so I will start going around the house washing all the windows. So I actually like to wash windows. Again, maybe that's just because one of those things, you know, you actually see your product, the product of your work, you know, a clean window and a clean floor. But dishes and laundry, yeah, that's an everyday thing. The laundry just mostly sits in the chair until somebody needs something clean, and then they just come get it from the pile, and yeah. Anyway, so I'm going through, I'm gluing some of these right to the page, and others I'm popping off the page. I added a couple of houseplants. I thought they were cute, and I left a spot for my title there, kind of in that peach colored. And I used the font I used for this word chores is called Watermelon Script, and I love it. I actually may have bought that font, I can't remember, but it's a great cursive-y font, and it went well with, I thought, really matched the font that's used in those die cuts. And then I'm using one of these sticky dot sheets from ThermoWeb. That's just a sheet of adhesive, and I like to use these for intricate die cuts. And you just place it in and rub it down, and there is the title just sticks right down. So it's pretty easy. And then a couple last little details here just to kind of make the photos stand out a little bit more because they were getting lost in there. I'm going to outline them with a faux black stitching line there. And then I added my journaling underneath each little photo. So there's my page. I'm happy with the way this came out. I think it's a fun thing to document and a great way to use up all of those die cuts in this pack. And that's about it. So thanks so much for watching. I have a couple more pages coming up for Cocoa Daisy this month, and I can't wait to share. See you soon. Have a good day.